Welcome back to my channel at The Movie Optimist, where I try and find the silver linings in even the worst of films. It was just announced that Denis Villeneuve is taking on the helm of directing the newest chapter of James Bond for Amazon MGM Studios. And while the rest of the world celebrates and cheers and clamors around this news, I am not going to lie, I am a little skeptical.
Oh no! Oh no!
Now, that's not to say that I don't think Denis Villeneuve is a fantastic director. Holy shit, is he a fantastic director. Dune 2 is in my top 10 most favorite movies of the last decade list. There are no words I could string together to truly emphasize just how much I loved that movie. But if you look back at Denis Villeneuve's overall film slate, he's not really known for doing movies with this similar tone that a James Bond requires. He's done movies like Sicario, very crime heavy, very serious. He did Arrival, which was very dramatic. It was a very deep drama-based film with alien contact. There was not any humor in it, if I'm being honest. He did Blade Runner 2049, which doesn't have any humor in it either. Then he did Prisoners, which, again, a very serious thriller that has absolutely no comedy in it.
And why did you look for my fucking daughter? Hey.
And then he did Dune Part 1 and Part 2, which, although I think are masterpieces, don't really have any comedy in it. And I'm not sitting here saying that I want a Todd Phillips Hangover Part 1 type tone for a James Bond film, but the fact that I've never seen Denis Villeneuve handle comedy in some aspect has me worried. Now, that's not to say that he can't do it. Just because he's never doesn't mean that he's not capable of it, but James Bond is supposed to be charismatic and have quippy one-liners here and there, not like an action bravado like a Bruce Willis or an Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's funny sometimes. And the charisma aspect of it, like, you have to be really good at writing intimacy scenes to have a very charismatic actor, and that's not something that Denis Villeneuve has ever done. And again, it's not to say that he can't do it, but he's never shown me that he can, so we're going into this kind of blind. Now, we know he could do these big, epic, world-building movies like Dune, but another problem that I have with Denis that nobody seems to agree with me on, but I'm very picky when it comes to fight scenes in movies. It's no secret that one of my favorite action movies of all time is John Wick, because Chad Stahelski is a master at filming action without utilizing shaky cam, and he just has the perfect angles where you could always see the action play out beautifully. Whereas in Denis Villeneuve likes to kind of hide his action and violence behind either characters' backs, or he just cuts it out altogether. Take this scene in Blade Runner 2049 where he goes to shoot these two guys. Now, clearly he frames it behind Ryan Gosling's back. Take this scene where he shoots Dave Bautista in the beginning of the movie. He hides behind Ryan's back. Now take this scene where he shoots the two people inside of the futuristic squad car at the end of the film. He doesn't even he shows the carnage happen. He shows the people die from the gunshot wounds, but you don't actually see Ryan Gosling pulling the trigger, and you don't get to see the action play out on his end. Now take one of the final kills of Dune Part 2 where he kills the Baron. He kind of hides Timothée Chalamet from the shot. You take a look in Sicario where Benicio del Toro kills the two guys at the end, and you don't really get to see the fallout of the carnage. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that he is absolutely terrible at filming fight scenes, but what I'm saying is I don't like the artistic style he approaches to fight scenes, where he kind of likes to leave some of it up to your imagination, and some of it he hides behind the actors, like you don't ever see the actors doing the act of what they're doing. It's a stylistic approach that I don't like. If I'm going to watch a James Bond movie where he's going to throw down and beat up bad guys, I want to see everything play out in a big, beautiful, wide shot. I don't want the action hidden behind shaky cam. I don't want it hidden behind stylistic editing choices. I can't urge this enough. I'm not saying Denis Villeneuve is a bad director. He is a fantastic director, but he clearly has a certain style, and for me personally, without seeing him tackle humor and without seeing him tackle action that I've enjoyed watching as of yet, I am not super enthusiastic going into this new era of James Bond with him at the helm. I'm just going to be completely honest here. Now, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because although I don't really like the action that he films, I overall usually love his movies. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that just because I haven't seen him do comedy doesn't mean he can't. This is also a very personal movie for him, where he's often talked about growing up with his father watching these films, so he has a deep love for it, and hopefully that love is going to translate to him understanding how to make a proper James Bond film. But yeah, I just can't be on the same side of everyone cheering that this is the greatest choice. I would have much rather Christopher Nolan, Jonathan Nolan, Edward Berger, Edgar Wright, people that have proven that they could do both comedy and excellent excellent action. I almost wonder if Amazon is blinded by the fact that Dune 2 was the most recent thing to come out from any of the actors that were on the shortlist, and they just picked the most relevant director at the time. But only time will tell. We'll see. I love James Bond. I'm excited to see what he does next. I am reserved, and I'm not on this celebratory train that everybody else is on. But what do you guys think in the comments down below? Do you think Denis is going to do an excellent job helming the new era of James Bond? Or do you agree with me that he doesn't seem like the type of person that would be really good at handling that suave, swashbuckling character that James Bond is? Let's talk about it down below. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.